What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Bianca, aka the baddest with the fattest, and I am back with some fucking tea. So I made a poll on Instagram and I said, do you guys want a Q&A, get to know me, or would you like tea time about how I was with this guy and I ended up dating his brother. So obviously you guys chose tea time, of course, because we some nosy motherfuckers. So I shouldn't curse a lot. Anyways, I'm in the car with my girl Jose, but you know, she's a man, so I don't really like to show her. Anyways, okay, I'm sitting in my car because I'm in the middle of the hood waiting to go get drunk. Okay, so let's begin. Let's see. So I met this guy on Instagram, and let's call him, what should we call him? Ron. I met this guy Ron on Instagram. Okay, and you know, at first he would like my pictures, he'd comment on my pictures. I'm not bougie or anything, but I just don't reply to everybody. So he slid in my DMs and I kind of dissed him, and finally I'm like, all right, you know, he's not that bad looking. Like, his pictures were like, I don't know, he was cute, but he just looks different in pictures than he does in person. So I was like, all right, he's not that bad looking, whatever. So he hit me up. He was like, what's up with you? You know, blah, blah, blah. Made conversation, got my number, and asked to take me out. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I linked up with him. We went to Hookah Lounge. We got drunk. And he was so cute in person. Like, in pictures, it was all right. But in person, I was like, wow. Like, he is so fucking cute. And I'm not gassing because I do not fuck with him. But anyways, he was so cute in person. So we went to a Hookah Lounge. He took me to get food. He fucking bought a big ass bottle. Like, and whatever, we got drunk, we hung out, and then I went home like nothing happened. We just kissed. He was, for the first, I want to say like first 2 weeks, we didn't do anything sexual. And that was crazy for me because, you know, I don't know if this is a little too graphic for YouTube, but I'm a very sexual person. So for a man to tell me like, oh, I think we should wait, like that, this really happened. Like, he was like, I think we should wait, you know, because I really like you. And I was like, okay, like, you on your grown man shit. Like, yes, I love it. And so that's what happened. We didn't do anything too crazy. So I was still like texting other dudes, you know, and he was telling me, that dude, like, oh, I want to be serious with you, this, that, and the third. But I was still doing me. Like, I had just got out of a 3-year relationship with my ex. So I was, you know, when you get out of a long relationship, you just want to live your life. You want to be a hoe. You want to do you. And that's what I was doing. I was being a hoe. And he want to come in and tell me, oh, he want to sit here and come in and tell me, you know, he wants to fuck with me hard. He don't want me to fuck with mad niggas, blah, 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 blah. And I kind of respected it, but I was still doing me. So, you know, we started kicking it, whatever. After like a month or two, he was like, what you doing? Like, you know, like, you still talking to niggas, you know, you not respecting me, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stop. But by the time I decided to stop, he decided to start playing with me. Whatever. So we was fucking around. Let's fast forward all this extra shit, you know. It was just back and forth. I wasn't ready, then he was ready, then when he was ready, I wasn't ready. It was just this whole big spiel. So anyways, if you know me, you know who I'm talking about. You're gonna know my story, blah, blah, blah. But this is for my viewers who don't know me, don't know my story. So what happened? Okay, so whatever, we kicking it. We've been kicking it for like, so we start fucking around, you know. And I'm just realizing this dude is living a fucking double life. Like, when he wasn't with me, we was with each other most of the time. Like, whenever you saw me, you saw Ron. Whenever you saw Ron, you saw me. So it was like crazy because we was inseparable. Like, well, at least that's what I thought. But when I was at work, Ron was creeping. So I started, catching on to that. But I was so obsessed and crazy over this Ron guy that, like, I was so blinded. I was just fucking blinded by this dude. Like, he could fucking probably make out with a girl in front of me, and I probably would not, like, care. Like, I was just beat as hell. I was just this beat ass bitch. Like, because he just showed me affection. Like, I was vulnerable. I just got a relationship. He was good looking. He had good D. You know how that go. So I started caring about him more than I started to care about myself. And when I realized that, I'm crazy. So once I started doing crazy ass shit for this dude, I was like, you know what? It's not right. Like, this isn't right. This is not how a relationship should be. Like, he was lying. He was playing me. He was fucking mad bitches. Like, fucking taking my car to go do him. Like, shit like that. Like, and it started to fuck with me as a person, as a woman. So I just, we finally deaded it after like a year, maybe, and some change. And then I ended up fucking with him again, like a dumbass, a couple months later. Whatever, shit was okay. But of course, he just couldn't keep up with his lies. He couldn't keep up with his lifestyle. He ended up being a piece of shit. We had fun times though. Like, he was one of my funnest, like, funnest is not a word. He was one of the best guys I've ever dealt with, like, fun-wise. Like, we would go places, we would do things. Like, he was very family-oriented with my family. Like, my mom loved him. So it was, that's what also made me really like him, because, like, my family's really important to me. So if they like you, it's like hard to get rid of you, because my mom is, if you know my mom, she's like annoying and is gonna ask about you. But anyways, the real tea. So we stopped messing around or whatever, and he this is gonna be so funny, because I know so many people are gonna see this and be like, you is a fucking crazy bitch. But that's tea. I'm not gonna say, oh, this, that, and the third. There was so much more to that story, but I'm not here to talk about that. I'm talking about how I ended up dating his brother. So what happened? So we stopped messing around, I want to say January. So March comes around, and I get an inbox from this dude who has a nickname on Facebook that at first I didn't know who he was. So for the first week I was talking to this dude, I had no clue that it was Ron's brother. We're gonna call this dude, what should I call him?
Don't even look at me, I'm terrible with names. Chris.
So I didn't know Chris was Ron's brother, because I had like not a feeling, but he looked like him. So I think that's why I was trying to talk to him. But I never saw pictures of Chris, because Chris was in jail. I didn't never put two and two together, because, Chris has been in jail for a while. So, we was talking and stuff, and then I went through his pictures, like all his old ass pictures, and I saw a picture of Chris and Ron together. So I hit up Chris, and I'm like, dude, I used to fuck with your brother. Like, you giving good conversation, but that's just gonna look bad on me. Like, if anybody finds out me and you kicking it, like, it's just gonna look so bad on me. Like, and I just didn't want the drama, because where I'm from is so small, and people be so in your fucking business. Like, it's just not worth it. The drama isn't worth it. The gossiping isn't worth it. Your name getting put out there isn't worth it. Even though I don't give a fuck. Everybody know I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about anything. So, but I just, it was still fresh. It was like 2 months. So Chris was like, well, I don't care. Like, I don't care that you used to fuck with Ron. Like, I really don't care. I still want to talk to you. So me, being the petty bitch I am, was like, I'm gonna fuck with him, because I want Ron to feel it. And I started messing with Chris. Chris is in jail. He still is in jail. And he was in the halfway house when I was talking to him. So I thought he was coming home soon. And he really had like a year left. But I started talking to him. Chris was giving me good conversation, you know. We just got close. We was talking every night. Like, he respected me. He, you know, he wanted what was best for me. He never asked for anything. Like, I know how it is, how people be like, oh, like, jail niggas will tell you that they love you, and then when they come home, they with this bitch. If, like, wait on that marriage that they be talking about, blah, blah, blah. Like, because it's true. When niggas in jail, they'll fucking feed you 1,000 lies so that you can
buy you a unicorn when you get home.
Buy you a fucking unicorn when you get home, like, and you're like, sure, babe. So, but Chris, he wasn't like that. Like, he genuinely cared about me. Like, he wanted what was best for me. He always told me what was right from wrong. Like, he just knew things about me that people didn't know. Like, I could talk to him. So, you know, I started to slowly, like, fall for him. And whether his situation or not, I just cared about him. Like I loved him. I love him. I still love him till this day, but not like that. But at one point I was like in love with him. Like, he's fucking gorgeous. One, obviously, because Ron is gorgeous. So Chris is gorgeous too. Like, they just have a gorgeous family. And, you know, I started to fall for him. So obviously Ron found out, because after a couple of months I started posting Chris up, and Ron found out, obviously, through social media, and it was just the talk of the town. And honestly, I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care. Because, like I said, Chris treated me well. But the real reason I started talking to Chris was because I wanted to get Ron jealous. Not knowing, in all reality, I was looking stupid. But then I ended up falling for Chris. I fell for Chris. He was in jail. You know, we stood together for a while. But it just didn't work out because I was being faithful in the beginning, but then shit switched up and I needed some dick. You know how that goes. And I just couldn't hold somebody down. I'm young, a relationship back to back to back. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, sis. I couldn't. It's hard. It's hard holding a guy down because you need physical connection with somebody. So that's what I got. I went out and, you know, I did him dirty, but he wasn't an angel, but he couldn't do anything. He's in jail. So it's like, do I wait? Do I not? I mean, at the end of the day, I didn't. But the tea is, niggas ain't shit. So, fuck their father. Fuck their brothers. Fuck their fuck their cousins. Because niggas will sit here and really fuck your mother. Fuck your sister. Fuck your dog. No, I'm just kidding. But just do you, sis. Do you. That is the tea. Do you. If somebody makes you happy, do you. And
don't give a fuck what nobody got to say.
Period. Do you. So that was the fucking tea. Niggas ain't shit. I ain't shit. And my dumb ass went and got old boy's name tatted. Because he got my name tatted. And still to this day, I love him, but we're just close friends. It's nothing more, nothing less. And I hold no grudges against Ron for playing me out, making me crazy. I have no grudges. Because at the end of the day, you know, shit happens. Probably 50 years from now, I'm probably never going to think about him. So, that's just what it is. Thanks for tuning in to Tea Time. Come back in a couple days. I'm going to have a Q&A about me.
Tea with B.
Tea with B.